glad to see you, and boy, are you glad to be here. Apparently, there were 10,000 applicants for the several hundred seats that you lucky people are sitting in. And apparently, for the very few standby seats, someone was outside the Alliance Française at 7 o'clock this morning. No, you're here! So, we're just sitting here talking about whatever you'd like to talk about, but maybe you'd like to meet these people. Shall I introduce them? At the end, Sue Virtue, who is the producer of Sherlock and a principal at Hartswood Films, which makes Sherlock. Responsible for everything happening on time, on budget, and on the air. And among her other jobs is to wrangle her husband, sitting next to her, Steven Moffat. And Steven, you will know, is the co-creator with Mark Gatiss of Sherlock. He is the co-showrunner with Mark, who plays Moriarty. Of course, what a terrible crowd to make that mistake. There's micro. And he also is the showrunner of Doctor Who. He's been saying all this stuff. You know that. And did you know that he was one of the writers on Tintin? Well, yes, he did other things. So, and sitting next to me is, what's his name? Benedict Cumberbatch. Just recently was awarded the Olivier. At the National Theatre. He, of course, was also in Star Trek. He also was in War Horse, Tinker Tailor, and seen on the screen on Masterpiece in Small Island and he didn't hear it. Very good.
Great. Cabin pressure.
Who are not with us are sadly Mark Gatiss, the co-creator with Steven of Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson is in New Zealand. So I only have one thing to say, then I will shut up, and the only thing I'll say is that's enough. We have to go, and however long we have here, but I just want to tell you, so you will be the first to hear that.
I think that's me.
Masterpiece will be co-producing with BBC Wales and with Hartswood Films the next series of Sherlock, which will go into production early in 2013 and will be on the air here sometime in 2013. So we've got to go. It's been awesome. So I think what we better do is open this up for questions. So please direct your questions at whoever you like. Yes, right there.
I want to say something sincere. I also asked, did you get the book, the Faust? I had it still.
He hasn't got it yet, but it's back there.
It's backstage, yeah. Are you serious?
Yes.
I thought it was someone's light reading where they were carrying it. Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry they haven't given it to me. It's really sweet. Thank you. That's honestly, that's very generous.
I'll show you my first one. But I was going through very hard. I had a short life, but I was going through a very hard impression. I can pinpoint my turnaround to the second series of Sherlock. Now, I must say that I've already seen, but I'm going to watch again. now I have to learn each of these.
That's all right.
So it's really good. I actually wrote a very extensive letter to my agent, handed it to Matt Smith.
Give me a mark, letter to Mark Gatiss. You'd better give me another one, sweetheart. Oh, sorry, it'll be somewhere. I'm very sorry. Have you tweeted to me?
I'm sure they can hear me, but
Now? Oh, no.
maybe I'll answer the questions. It's all right. It's all right.
Yes, ma'am, right there. Oh, it's you!
Do you like feathers?
Do you like feathers?
Best hats.
It's a new question.
Is that a question for Benedict?
Hello, my question is
Benedict, why don't they
so it's like a two-part question for Benedict. What do you find most challenging and most difficult, and what are the better parts of playing Sherlock? So what's most difficult, what's easier about Sherlock?
Introductions are very hard to do with both of them. It's quite painful, but they're fun to watch, and everyone's very patient with getting through the trouble of doing it. But look, it's a gift of a role. It's a real pleasure, and it's very humbling to bring it to a crowd like you lot as well today. It's extraordinary, and you know, I have no complaints or difficulties with it. It's the kind of challenge every actor should run. And I genuinely can say that it's really good fun to do. The hours are long, it's tough, and all the rest of it, but I'm still getting paid for it.
Thank you for doing it.
Thank you for watching it and coming here today.
Absolutely.
It's a joy. It's an absolute joy.
Thank you.
I think there's a question down here.
I have a mic that they gave me, I don't know. Sorry.
I
Okay, sorry.
The mic working, okay.
This is a question for Steven. I think you write some of the best TV, so I'm always surprised to see critiques of your female characters on the internet. Yeah, hi. So I was wondering if you could respond maybe to, without spoilers, I think some people haven't seen the season 2, so
I really don't think that's
could you respond to the Could you respond to critiques that say your version of Irene Adler is weaker because she is rescued versus versus the original story in which she gets away scot-clean?
I love the original story. It's brilliant, but her triumph in the original story is to move house with her husband. I mean, it wasn't really going to be the climax in 90 minutes. Actually, I remember reading that story, and I loved it. I love all the Sherlock Holmes stories, but it's got a better beginning than an end. Because it starts off saying, to Sherlock Holmes, she was always the woman. That's a 12-year-old thinking, why? What is this? I cannot imagine what torments are in store. What magnificent thing she's going to do. Running away wasn't it. I was actually at that age, I just thought, Sherlock, why are you so keen on her? Is there something else going on for you here? Because I'm not getting it from the plot. But no, I don't know what to say without spoiling the ending. I think there was somebody who was attempting to extract a version of my own personal sexual politics based on Scandal in Belgravia, which is completely untrue, but let me tell you this. You can extract Mark Gatiss's views on dogs. What Mark likes to do with dogs is accuse them of murder. That was it.
Where's the mic?
I got the next one. Wait, here. This is first of all, thank you guys so much for coming to America. This is amazing. And this could be for any of the three of you. How do you feel about this, like, edits that have to be made when you put a British show on American television? You know, just kind of for time or for anything like that?
Well, who's your the rest of it? It's not just...
I mean, like, just little bits, like little chips of dialogue that's not necessarily needed for the plot, but you just sort of flesh out the story that was missing.
I mean, it is difficult because you start loving all of it, and funny enough, we were just watching it, and there was a little cut there, and Benedict went, "You cut that bit." You have to cut little bits, but I think if you don't know they're there, hopefully you don't miss them.
I hate it. You want you to have the full feeds. It's not fair. You're as loyal as any other band in any other part of the world.
See if we can get them any longer next time.
Well, I'll say this. It has to do with the BBC length and the PBS length, but I will tell you this. We don't make the edits. Parts would make the edits. Sue and Stephen.
Thank you.
It's not approved with Benedict.
We do.
Hi. Here we red pie. I came from Arizona this morning to be here, so thank you so much for coming, and I'm kind of jet lagged, but I can only ask one question, so... Benedict, I'm going to pick you. I see a lot of Machiavelli's The Prince in Sherlock Holmes, very much the ends justifying the means. When you were considering being Sherlock, doing any type of research, did you read anything like Machiavelli or possibly forensic psychology, maybe even delving into things like analysis of different killers or things like that? Like, did you take it into a darker place when you were looking at him as this complex kind of Asperger-y sociopath?
Well, she's got her essay ready.
You have to go on.
Okay, so let's just get Yeah, no, I did read a lot, but I mainly read the Sherlock Holmes stories. And I'm not being flippant. I know exactly what you mean. There is a level of calculation of darkness to it, but it is all there in the original. It's what Conan Doyle read. It's what Conan Doyle's source that I was more interested in. And how that formulates into something that then obviously is going to be playable and then, you know, translatable into the 21st century. Very well fed by an enormously brilliant script, both by him, Mark, and Steve, the others. So I didn't need to research the type. The type was very clear to see for me. If that says more about me than but no, I might have to revisit that. I did read that at school, but
I read Machiavelli for fun.
I want to talk about footballs.
Wait a minute, where's the mic?
I'm right here.
She's got a voice, she doesn't need a mic.
The Blind Badger. Which part of the canon is that based on?
That was actually, if you look very carefully, it's the Dancing Men. Yeah, it's the Dancing. It's very, very loose. The Dancing Men. I mean, it's not. The Dancing Men is called.
I know it.
Yeah, very, very broad. But you know, we take our stories and jump off in all directions, but they don't necessarily stick.
Okay, we have a question down here. You have to
This young lady has been desperate.
Which young lady?
Hi. First off, I want to give a shout out to all of my UK Tumblr friends who are staying up very late to watch this right now. But second question, or second part, I guess, for all, I guess 4 or 3 of you, what are your favorite, or what have been your favorite scenes in the Sherlock series? I guess you can, I mean, since most of us see the second series, but you don't have to spoil it. Favorite scenes, either to write, to act in, to film, etc. Thank you.
Rebecca, do you want to start?
I do love the scene in Buckingham Palace. I like seeing the rear end of Sherlock. And I also like seeing the rear end of Lara Palmer, who plays
golly, it's really hard to choose. It's different as well, because there are ones that are really hard to do, that are really enjoyable to watch, and all of them are slightly weird to watch. I get very nervous in my own audience. I can sit back and still enjoy it, and it's wonderful to be able to vicariously enjoy it through your enjoyment. Like today, like in the back, and we were standing behind the screen at the beginning. I don't know if you it was a cheeky way of just seeing what the reaction was going to be, and I don't know, I'm not being specific. I mean, I do really like the when she takes me back through the deduction in when I'm passed out and I'm not getting it. I kind of like to see him compromised every now and again. And I know the pyrotechnics of him being completely in control of what we've done and know him is a strong hero, but it's a beautiful thing when he's being led by the hand into something unexpected. And I like that moment. There are other moments in other episodes which I do like. We'll talk about them.